What's going on, everybody? I have a fossil for you today, but also probably one of the best laptops ever made. I found this on eBay for a whopping $50, and I have completely revamped this laptop with the help of a friend, my buddy Sean, who works at Dell, was able to get me through a lot of fixing up this old laptop and putting it back to its original glory, and we're going to talk about a lot of that today. If you notice, the startup screen is Windows 7 Professional. We will talk about why that is. But first, I want to give you a little background history of this laptop because this is a masterpiece. This is a M15X. This is known as the Alienware. It went by a few different names, the Area 51 M15X. This is basically was the pinnacle of gaming laptops at the time of its release in 2008, 2009, 2010. The predecessor to this, or the one after, would have been the X17, but this one was the one that was probably the most purchased and most bought Alienware laptop ever produced. It came in at a whopping $2,500 price point. And some versions of this actually sold for close to $4,000. Now, this is the mid-range. Basically, this is the GT240M NVIDIA graphics driven with, it came with 4 gigabytes of RAM, and it had the i7 first generation processor. One single core 1.6 processor. It is very snappy for even a first gen. This was just a very quick processor, especially at the time of its release. That being said, I am missing a tab button here during transport. The person that I was buying it from lost the tab button, so unfortunately I don't have it. But let's take a little more in-depth look at this laptop instead of just showing you a screen with the laptop. Let's get you a little closer. I want to boot it up real fast, show you how snappy it is, and I'll explain why it's so snappy now. Because this would have been a little slower back in the day. Not quite that much slower, but as you can see, things instantly pop up, especially if I click on things like the internet. It doesn't even hesitate, it just pops up. And we'll talk about all that and why this laptop today in 2024 is still. Welcome back. I've got you zoomed in a little bit on the screen here. We're going to talk about some stuff. I'm going to pull up the specs on this computer just so you guys can see. So we're going to go to System. I'll pull up the system so you guys can check out the processor and stuff. And there you go in all of its glory. An Intel R Core TM i7 CPU Q720 at 1.6 gigahertz. I have upgraded the RAM, if you guys can see that. It now has 6 gigs, and I actually put 8 gigs in there, and it partitioned 2 of those gigs towards the video card to obviously make the graphics semi-better. It is on a 64-bit operating system right now. And as you guys know, Windows 7 is discontinued, so I went ahead and basically did away with the product key setup. So it says status not available under Windows activation and product key not available. Because, like I said, Microsoft decided they wanted to end support for Windows 7 and did not want to give out new product keys, so I basically ended up having to make a cracked version of this, which is fine. It still functions completely how it should without issue. I just won't be receiving Microsoft updates anymore, and Microsoft really doesn't care at this point about cracked editions because they're not supporting it anymore, so obviously they'd like to see you upgrade, but that's not going to happen, and I'm going to tell you why. This laptop, when I bought it, was upgraded to Windows 10, and man, oh man, was it slow. It probably went through Windows 7, Vista, Windows 8, 8.1, and then transitioned to 10, and by then all the registry files were completely confused, and this computer was very lost and had no idea what was going on. Just the startup when I bought this on Windows 10, the startup took approximately 15 minutes just to get to the password pin screen, and then from there it took another 25 minutes to absolutely load Windows, and it was just a very confused computer, and as you can tell, running the original operating system, it is fully functional. Now, I contacted Microsoft and asked them if I could purchase a new product key, and they said they are not supporting it anymore, and I said, well, I have the product key on the bottom of this laptop still. It is still intact, and they were like, that's all fine and dandy, but we don't support it anymore. And I said, well, then I'm going to end up having to crack the version, and they said, do what you got to do. I said, okay. So here we are today running a cracked version of this. And it's fully functional and working just fine. It has zero issues. I was able to reinstall all of the original drivers on this, plus the addition of the new drivers. There are some things that I'm really not a fan of about this computer. Number one, the screen resolution is awesome for a 2009 laptop. It did come in HD 1080, and it looks very, 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 very clean. I have been playing a lot of gaming on this now, and we're going to talk about some of that because there's some frustrations that I have also is that, number one, Steam does not support Windows 7 anymore, and basically it is very difficult to get Steam working on Windows 7. I am still attempting to do that, but it does not seem to be going through, so I've actually been purchasing the game discs that I want and installing them direct to PC, and they're playing just fine. I have been gaming on this. We have Halo 1, 2, 3, Crisis, Alien Rage Unlimited. I also have Halo Reach on here, and it is running all of these games at their full potential at 60 frames per second with the minor drop off every once in a while of 1 or 2 frames on some of the higher intensity games. But Crisis is the only one that really pushes this computer to its max. I'm coming in at a whopping 44 and sometimes 47 frames per second, but very, very playable and looks very clean. It is very surprising this old laptop is capable of running this game at almost peak intensity at 60 hertz. And I'll show you a little bit of gameplay. We'll go ahead and get into that here in a minute. One of my biggest things that I don't like about it is as much as I like how good the screen looks, it also has a mirror look. As you can see my reflection very easily. So depending on the lighting in your room is going to really have an overall problem of reflection, right? Because it's almost like a mirror screen. You can physically see that it's mirroring imaging. So gaming on this in a high lit, high bright room or with a light behind you at night, you're going to see that reflecting off of this screen. That is an irritation of mine since I started gaming on it, because obviously you can see all the reflections in here. No matter what I did or what room I took this to, I just got reflection no matter what. So that is the big downfall of this PC, is the fact that it does have like a glass, almost mirroring effect plate on the front of this. With no cancellation reflection stuff. A lot of newer laptops have that non-gloss look, so they don't, do as much reflecting. But overall, putting this back on Windows 7 made this an extremely fast PC. I did upgrade the memory, as I said. I actually put some snappy memory in there from NYN. This is the original one. This is only 4 gigs. I removed that. Also, I took out this mechanical hard drive, which honestly was a World Industries Scorpion Black. This had a 7,700 RPM mechanical rate, so this was actually probably a very snappy, hard drive at the time of the release of this. But I have gone ahead and upgraded this to an SSD with a 500 megabyte write capability, so very, very fast. And the reason this laptop is functioning so quickly now is that it's had complete upgrades across the board. I did remove the bottom of this, completely clean the insides of the PC out. Overall, this game, or this PC, this laptop, is still very usable today. I have it actually running on my computer or my printer over here, which is new, and it was only meant to be able to handle Windows 10 application. Sifting through some older TS Canon files, I was able to find one that worked on a 3300 series for this, so that still supported Windows 7 and Windows 8, so I'm able to print wirelessly and still have no issues with that. And pretty much I was able to also get the original Bluetooth drivers on this working now. Unfortunately, at the time of the release, the Bluetooth was really only set up to talk to printers and things, not really game controllers that you could buy from, let's say, eBay or generic or third party. So I actually have another micro Bluetooth USB dongle coming that I'll be plugging into the side of one of the USB ports to allow me to actually start doing controller gaming with this. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this a little bit. I just want to say that this is today still one of the most modifiable Alienware laptops ever produced. If you ever have a chance to get your hands on one of these, I suggest doing it. It is a bulky laptop. It weighs a lot. It's definitely a tank. But that being said, It is very, very modifiable, and so far it has been able to play games all the way up to 2018, and I've had no issues. Just with a few simple modifications to this old laptop, it is just such a wonderful machine to tamper with and play with. If anybody would like the driver files, I will go ahead and make a Google Drive of all the driver files, because I know they're very difficult to get your hands on. I had to do lots and lots of research to find all the original drivers for this that worked today, and so I will make a download folder for you guys and put it as a Google Drive downloadable link if anybody has this laptop, so that you can reinstall all the stuff you want to. As far as Windows 7 goes, guys, you're going to have to find your own copy and learn how to crack it. I'm not going to do that for you. That's something you will have to do yourself, but I will supply you with all the drivers. If you're interested now, let me show you what a little bit of Crisis Gaming looks like on this. Let's go. Here we go. Loading Crisis. As I said, I apologize for the reflection. That is the mirroring of the screen. It's going to be very hard to see, especially because this game kind of starts off in a dark environment right out the hole. So I'm actually going to take a knee. Hi, you can see my beautiful face now. How's it going? Because unfortunately the reflection on the screen it's just not good. It's not good. You can see the camera, you can see everything. I apologize for that. It's very difficult to not have a reflection with this laptop. So press any key to continue. Let's get going here. I also apologize, I do not have my mouse connected to this either. Skip through this. Skip through this. We'll get to the load sequence anyways.
Hey, Nomad, you still with us?
That is the computer speakers that you hear. They sound phenomenal.
Listen up, gentlemen.
Very surprised.
Intel reports a significant military presence on the island. We have the element of surprise.
I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see the quality.
North Koreans can't know we're here.
I won't even know what it's up.
Panic, Psycho. Pay attention. This is a covert operation. Our job is to locate and evacuate. We're not at war here.
Not yet. Well, Prophet, do you know if these people are still alive?
That's what we're here to find out. We lost contact.
Definitely on par with Xbox 360 and better. I know you guys can't tell, but this is very high graphics. The reflection is taking out a lot of the shine that you see in Gamma, but these graphics are very intense. This is a very graphic intense game. It's running it at almost full potential, which is very impressive.
Once we clear the plane, form up on me. Shoots on my
Turn it down just a little bit here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go, go, go!
Let's have a look around here. Now that I'm out, I should be able to look around. Yep.
See you guys at the LZ.
Sounds good, bro. I'll see you at the LZ.
So, K-Suck's got us chasing archaeologists now? And this will be a cakewalk.
Man, this just looks so good. It just sucks. There's so much reflection. This is definitely a laptop you would probably do a little better gaming at night in the dark with, hence the lit up keyboard. What does it say? I. Where's I? Night vision. There we go. That might help a little bit.
Shoots on my command. Go!
What the hell?
We went dark.
You lost the shoot. My shoot's gone. My damn shoot is gone. I've got no pain, no reserve.
Keep it together.
Looks like I'm crash landing, folks.
Suit should absorb the impact. Nomad, what's your status?
I'm okay.
Let's see if we can swim up here.
My HUD scrambled.
There we
What the
go.
hell was that?
I don't know, but you missed the LZ. Make your way to the beach.
On my way.
Let's turn off I so we can see some of the graphics here. Oh yeah, this looks awesome.
Check in. Psychos. Down and on the move. Justice. See the coast. Aztec.
Like I said, there's really no way to knock the reflection out on this game, guys. Checkpoint reached.
Aztec. Report. Damn it.
Prophet, I made it to the beach.
You hit the water pretty hard. Some of your suit functions are offline. Let me run a quick diagnostic. Your video feed is breaking up. We're going to try to recalibrate. All right. The suit checks out. You're back online. Still no word from Aztec. No man.
So all the physics of the game look phenomenal. You can actually see the, I don't know if you guys can see it on cam, but you can actually see the wind is lightly blowing around the grass, and like I said, this game was very graphic intense for its release. You can see the leaves on the trees are definitely, the physics are blowing around. I mean, it's just, this was like the pinnacle of gaming at its release. So the fact that this is handling this at the frame rate that it is with very little lag at all, I honestly don't even notice any now. As you get bad guys, you can see the frame rate go from around 55 to around, 45, 47, but still extremely playable, and it's not dropping below 30. So, all right. Anyways, just wanted to show that to you guys here. I do want to point this out. You will notice all the lighting underneath all the keys. Right? It's a little hard to see during the day, but definitely there. Also, the alien sign on the back. There's an alien head on the back of the laptop screen that lights up. You can see it says Alienware here in blue. All of this is changeable with the Alienware command prompt. You can run a full color keyboard in all different colors if you want to through the Alien Command Center, which is called Alien Effects. I still have to install that software. But overall, incredible PC. If you guys have a chance to get one of these, find a really good deal on it. Whatever, I suggest that you get one. They are very, very modifiable and extremely cheap to modify and get really good gaming out of. I promise, if you can get one of these things for around $50, which is highly doubtful because they're so collectible, like I did, I would suggest buying it just because they're tanks. They just last forever. They're very easy to tear apart. For instance, this whole front-facing screen comes right off, pops off. There's 2 screws there, and the entire keyboard comes out, and you can just replace the keyboard. If you flip it over, there's 2 screws on the bottom. The entire bottom comes off just by sliding forward, and you have access to all the internal hardware in a matter of seconds on this laptop to replace or upgrade or anything you want. This is when Alienware was doing what they needed to do for the users and consumers that purchase them, to allow you to simply upgrade. That's what makes this laptop so amazing today, is that it is that simple to upgrade, and all the upgrades are very, very cheap. You can find all of this stuff on eBay. If you want a list of graphics cards that still work for this, or new ones that you want to try to apply to it, there is a whole Facebook group that I will tag in the description of the video so that you guys can click on that and ask, and they have a whole list of graphics cards that works with this today for new age gaming. Also, I believe there is a way to partition to get more gigs out of your memory core if you wanted to do that. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this flashback of technology, of amazingness. I have a number of gaming laptops at this point. I found this one for really cheap. I thought it'd be fun to restore it to its beautiful glory, and actually I find myself using it every single day now. I'm using it as my daily laptop and having a blast doing it. So Origin is a little difficult to get installed if you're running an Origin gaming client. Steam also, there are a few cracks for it. It's hard to get it set up. If you're willing to take the time to understand how to get Steam working again on Windows 7, I suggest go for it. That way you have access to all your old original games. Otherwise, you're buying CDs or game files and installing them direct hard drive, which isn't really a problem. If you want to go that route, that's what I did. It's just a little simpler. I have, like I said, other gaming laptops for that purpose over here. I have my Lenovo. I also have, so that's my 2018 Lenovo YP gaming laptop, and that is my Alienware 2018 17R3. But this one I decided to actually just make my full daily use laptop, just because it functions so well. It's so snappy, it's so quick, and I can do all my normal stuff on it. It just seems fun to kind of have it out as a showpiece. I'm still waiting on that tab button to get here, but once it gets here, we will install it. It's telling me I can actually turn my display up if I want to. I've got it set for medium res right now. But yes, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to smash the like button, show a little bit of love, and I'll catch you guys on the flip. Toodles.